Is she here?
Hey, Dr. Malone, the cookies are back in the back.
Thank you. There's still some at the end of the meeting.
There'll be several.
I'm ready to go when you are.
Good.
We have 1, 2, 3, mine's on, we have 4. What's up with Mary Martha, do you know? Okay,
She had me send her the link.
so whack this part here.
Do it hard.
All right, call to order. This is the Butler Community College Board of Trustees regular board meeting at 4:30 p.m. on Tuesday, June 9th, 2026 at the Dankert Trustee Boardroom. I would like everybody to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any word from Mary Martha yet? No. Okay, the next item is the approval of the agenda. I hear a motion for the approval.
A motion to move to approve the agenda as stated.
And
Okay, trustee Good is absent, trustee Howell,
Yes.
trustee Rhodes is absent, trustee Hueslick.
Yes.
Trustee Shearer.
yes,
Trustee Brown
Yes.
and trustee Smith is absent.
All right, next item is recognition.
So Derek Faust, Dr. Peter Linden, Ann Holly, and Kim Jackson secured a $70,000 grant funding through a FY27 Perkis Reserve Grant. This is the second time that we've applied for it, and so more money coming our direction. This particular grant will support the automotive technology program. So the funding is going to be used to purchase advanced diagnostic equipment that will further modernize the student learning experience in the program. So congratulations to you guys for your work on that particular grant. We can have to recognize Ann. Super excited about having a grant writer in-house and a lot more. So some of the ones like this that we should have been applying for all along, we now have the capacity and we're able to do it, and that's great because it will help our programs tremendously. That's all I have.
Great job. Next up is public comment. Do we have anybody? Nope. Okay. Anyone? Nope. Seeing nobody, we're moving forward to standing reports. The first one is State Government Association. Do we have anybody from the SGA? Okay. Operational staff report. Carrie?
See if I can get through this without coughing. Recharge is scheduled. Recharge is scheduled for Thursday, June 25th at Fulton Valley Farms. We currently have 50 RSVPs, which is the highest level of participation we've seen in quite some time. Dr. Malone will kick off the day with providing a welcome address. We have secured Tony Yajan with Misfit Kitchen to cater lunch, and Davis Laughlin will serve as our featured speaker. Brooke Morris from the library will lead a trivia activity, and Brian Hickey from the IS division has created a special item for our goodie bags. In addition, several other activities are planned throughout the day, along with our June meeting. We would like to again express our appreciation to Dr. Daniel and our supervisors for supporting this opportunity for staff to recharge, refresh, and connect with one another.
Thank you. Up next, we have professional employees report. Moving on. Board Finance Committee report, Dave Shearer.
Okay, we just had a finance meeting, and if you look at all of the budgetary items and everything, we're all, there is nothing that really stands out on anything, and as this is as of May the 31st, June the 30th will end our fiscal year. So basically, we're just kind of getting closer to the end of the year and all the numbers are aligning, and we should, to where they'll, we should see close to 100% at the end of next month. But there's nothing unusual. The variances, having an overvariance for tuition is a good problem. And so, good finance report.
Good job, Dave. Moving on, Foundation Board report. Forrest? Nope. Thank you.
The fair market value of the endowment as of March 31st, 2026, was $21,633,867. The portfolio is up $3,421,603 from June 20th, 2025. So we've seen tremendous growth. We've had some huge gifts come in during that time as well from our legacy giving. The rate of return net of fees since its inception is 7.36%. The foundation budget was approved for 26-27 by the board of directors. The foundation's budget will remain relatively flat for the 27 fiscal year. I'm happy to report that we had a little under budget for this past fiscal year, and the money we saved, we're putting into the board of directors designated fund. So that was a good year for the foundation as far as our spending. Plaza campaign, you see the demolition that's beginning out there. The fundraising campaign continues with solicitations to be made to our trustees, board of directors, the foundation, and faculty and staff before the end of the year. We hope to culminate our solicitation by the end of this year. Finally, the board members that are ended their 6 years of service are Betsy Redler and John Blickenstaff, who served as our chair. Janet Schuler has agreed to serve as second term. She's a faculty member. And Evan Funk, who is a former president of the board, has been invited back to serve on the board. That's all I have.
Thank you. President's report.
Okay, so the first thing you see at your place, trustees, you'll see more than a place, and you may have or may not have voted on this, but it turned out, so this is sort of our theme, our brand evolution, or modern grid, or Argyle. And Kelly can probably talk about these a little bit better than I can, but when we voted as an institution, and the trustees also voted in this, we were almost dead even on all three. So our conclusion was that we had three very good possibilities for our campaign. And so we kind of wanted to turn it over to the trustees and see what you guys thought. So we'd love to have your input on, is there one of those that you like the idea better? Kelly, anything you want to add, or is that? I don't think so. It was really surprising. It was. We don't usually have that happen.
And it was really just a point difference across the board. So tight. So we needed time for him.
So thoughts or input?
I think they're all really good, and I don't have any scissors with me, so I can't make my own. Forced me in a corner with a stick and had to pick one. I'd probably pick number one.
Okay.
I'd go with one.
I kind of like the logicalness of one, but I also like the illogicalness of three.
Course.
Are printing costs significant? You can't just make all three?
Yes.
No, number one would be my, if I had
Alright.
to choose one, but they're all great.
The ones have it. Thank you very much for your input. I'm also gonna turn it over to Aiden for a few minutes. Dr. Hueslick asked some questions prior to the board meeting, and they were about supplemental information in the board packet. So page 44, maybe. remember, yeah, I think that's where they start on page 44. But Aiden looked at those and he's gonna give some comments on that.
Yes, so I was able to get information on 4 of your 5 questions. So for the other one, I'll just get that back to you by email. So the first question was around our gender percentage of students. So in spring of 2026, we had 50% female, 56% female, 44% male. Question was, how does that compare to other community colleges and to our community? Sorry, the numbers I gave you, that was for the Kansas Community College average, 56 female, 44 male. We are slightly higher than that with 63% female and 34% male. So it's slightly overrepresented with females relative to our peers in the community college segment. Our community, if you look at total population in Butler County is about 49% female. Sedgwick County is about 50% female. So again, we're slightly overrepresented in terms of females, but that's our demographics right now. Second question was investigating the race demographics and how that compares to our community. So Butler in the spring of 26 was 58% white, 39% minority, and we had 2% that did not identify for us. That is very close to our peer community college averages. So 60% white for Kansas community colleges, 33% minority and 7% unknown. So actually more minority representation. If we look at the breakouts at county level, Sedgwick County was 65% white, 35% minority, and Butler County is 86% white, 14% minority. So we have slightly higher representation from minority students than both our peers and community college, or communities at large. Third question was around professional development, the changes in the hours over the past few years. 2 key drivers in that. So there's one big program that the professional development group hosts, but it's biennially. So their summer jam program, you'll only see the hours for that reflect every other year. And the most recent year was kind of an off year. So we expect to see a big bump from that next year. And then they've just had some program changes as they've tried to find programs that work and whatnot. A big one that they dropped in recent years was Avid. So that explains a little bit of the decline, but we should see an increase in the overall training hours next year. And then the last question was around the definition of employee turnover. So this is simply the percentage of people who leave their position within that year, either voluntarily or involuntarily. And then we've got it segmented out by those classes.
Thank you.
Okay. The next thing I want to mention is that we co-hosted with WSU Tech, such good partners, the foundation conference that was statewide for Kansas. So we had that it was 2 days last week. And it was really phenomenal because the foundation representatives from all over the state, all 19 community colleges came together, and the tech colleges as well. And they share best practices, they network, they look at, opportunities and weaknesses and have speakers. And it was a phenomenal conference, but I appreciated the fact that we co-hosted it with WSU Tech, and it really was a great event. And so I wish Kansas had more of those type opportunities across the board because it really is extremely helpful. The other thing is we won't do a full report out, but Dave and I attended the KACC meeting. We'll have some things that are follow-up, but there's a couple of things that I want to mention that I think were important out of that meeting. One definitely being there is going to be a change to additional members to KACC. So it's the Kansas Association of Community Colleges, but we have 2 technical colleges that are going to join the association for the benefit of having Heather Morgan as the lobbyist for them. We think it's a good thing for the organization because there are 3 senators in their areas that we right now don't have access to because they don't represent any of our schools. It is Manhattan Tech and also Salina Tech. So that part of the advantage is that as she's lobbying for the institutions, she can say all the community colleges think XYZ. And she can also say, and I represent 2 technical colleges that are also aligned. They wanted to join us because they feel more aligned with where the community colleges are in their political stance and funding stances than where the technical colleges are. And it also keeps the technical colleges from saying, all of our technical colleges believe XYZ. because we will have two on our side. So they will pay dues, they will have voting rights. And there's some clauses and things that have been added to the bylaws because of that. The other one that was notable at KACC, and I was really glad to see it because I do think that, you know, our group deserves the credit and recognition. So, and I give a lot of credit to Ann Holly and also Aiden for supervising in that area. We completed and submitted on behalf of Kansas, all Kansas community colleges, and I'm looking at Dr. Malone because he also helped quite a bit with that as well. We complete and submitted a $10.8 million federal grant on behalf of Kansas, and they recognized Butler at the meeting as stepping up to the plate and being the one that really did the heavy lift. And we did, you know, Ann and Aiden, Dr. Malone, our team was incredible in doing that. It was a well-written grant. There was only allowed to be one grant per state, and we got the support from the state government to be able to support us for that grant. And I did find out subsequently through sources that there were 21 states that applied. They will award only 6, and we'll probably know that as early as late summer because the implementation phase starts in September. But anyway, that's a big deal for Kansas. When you come together as a state and you try to bring that many colleges together on board with a particular initiative with the workforce boards as well. We have all 3 workforce boards on board. It's a big lift, and they really did an incredible job, and I'm thankful for the efforts and the work that went into that. And outside of that, we have all just been very busy working on our budgeting, which we are hoping to bring to you the operating budget recommendation for the work session, which is scheduled for the 29th of this Monday. I mean, on a Monday this month, the 29th, and we will have that operating budget for you. We've got a few things that we're finalizing, but we're well on our way. So with that.
Thank you very much. Next on the agenda, Education Facilities Authority Report. Jim?
All's well.
All is well. Nice report, Jim.
Okay.
Okay, we don't have a monitoring report this month, so we're gonna move on to board strategic discussion. Issues and opportunities on page 5.
We don't have any issues. We're to action items.
Moving on. So on page 6, oh, I need my reader back on, sorry. Compensation increases for staff and part-time faculty.
Yeah, as noted in the TFA, are recommending 4% salary increase for staff and mirrors the negotiated agreement that we're also recommending for faculty. Next item. The increase for, oh, sorry, Mike wasn't on. So we're recommending a 4% increase for staff. The increase for health insurance is around 4% overall. Part-time faculty is slightly lower at 2.4%. That's one of the things Shelley did a lot of research on before she left and felt that that's one area where we were sort of out in front. We could back off just a hair. So be happy to answer any questions you would have.
I move that the Board of Trustees recommend approval of the salary and health insurance increases for staff employees and part-time faculty for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2027 as presented.
Second the motion.
Trustee Good is absent. Trustee Howell?
Yes.
Trustee Rhodes is absent. Trustee Hueslick?
Yes.
Trustee Shearer?
Yes.
Trustee Brown?
Yes.
And Trustee Smith is absent.
Okay, the next item, negotiated agreement for the 2026-27 school year.
Yes, and this also is a 4% increase for our faculty. There's other parts of this agreement. Hopefully you had a chance to look at all that. I know it was presented, as the negotiations were going on in executive session, obviously. But again, we'd be happy to entertain any questions on that.
And again, I would move that the Board of Trustees ratify the final package as outlined and as ratified by the professional employees of Butler Community College.
I'll second the motion.
Trustee Good is absent. Trustee Howell?
Yes.
Trustee Rhodes is absent. Trustee Hueslick?
Yes.
Trustee Shearer?
Yes.
Trustee Brown?
Yes.
And Trustee Smith is absent.
Our next item is insurance renewal through ICI, and back to you.
Yes, about 4 years ago, we went with the Kansas Insurance Cooperative for Schools. So we call it KICS for the biggest part of our property and liability insurance. But there are certain other accounts, or excuse me, other policies that you'll see listed here on page 10, I believe that is, that we have with ICI still. And the overall premiums actually have gone down by 4%. So we are recommending the approval of these insurance policies as shown.
And I will move that the Board of Trustees approves the the fiscal year 2027 insurance premiums for workers' comp, non-medical internship, student activities group accident, fire science, and job shadowing group accident in the total amount of $121,478 as shown in the table above.
Second the motion.
Trustee Good is absent. Trustee Howell?
Yes.
Trustee Rhodes is absent. Trustee Hueslick?
Yes.
Trustee Shearer?
Yes.
Trustee Brown?
Yes.
Trustee Smith is absent.
Next item, property and liability insurance.
Right.
We just did that, didn't we?
No, well, this is it's on page 11, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Doing this on my computer. So yeah, this is actually not an item that you have to take action on. This is for the main part of our insurance. And you can see on page 12, the summary of the coverages and the premiums for those coverages. And this, the KICS program, which we became a member of about 5 years ago, has been very successful. So I put a little table here in the topic for information. You can see that the premium for next year, FY27, is actually lower. This is the overall premium for the different coverages, is actually lower than what we paid in 2024. So again, this is they call it a cooperative. It's like a consortium of school districts and community colleges. And they've been very successful over the past several years of giving us good coverage and keeping the premiums down. The premiums you can see have stayed very flat for those 4 years. The other thing that's really good here is about 5 years ago, it became very hard to get a reasonable deductible for an institution with as much property value as we have. We have over about $140 million in buildings. And what we were finding was I'll go back to our deductible with KICS is $500,000 per incident, which seems kind of high. But what we were finding in the market 4 or 5 years ago is that the companies were wanting us to have a percentage deductible. So that would have been a percentage of like a $10 million building. It would have been really a bad deal. So I think we have done very well with the KICS Consortium. So since we are members, every year by February, we have to actually tell them if we don't want to take their coverage. That's why this is not an action item. As a member, we're obligated for this cost because we did not opt out. So again, every year as it gets into the spring, we have to make that decision, but quite frankly, it's been a really good deal for us.
And what has helped on this is that the more members that come aboard helps our premiums
That is true, although like last night when as
windstorm.
come through, fortunately, there were no, as far as I know, no big hits to school districts across the state because we're in with all the other school districts. Well, not all, but a good number.
Shelby, we're discussing board action item D. Yes, sir.
Sailing along about.
Any more discussion, question? Would anybody like to make a motion, Dave?
We do,
Yeah, actually, this is.
we don't need one.
I had that in the wrong section of the board book. That was my fault.
Okay. Moving on to item E, catastrophic sports accident policy.
Mr. Now it's your turn, Mr. Helmer.
Okay, so for topic for action, spent some time with Mr. Ryan Murray with ICI to go over the basic coverage for all sports with the basic insurance coverage and the catastrophic policy as well. He is changing us a little bit, which will change the rates. As you can see in the basic coverage of sports is 287,000. And the catastrophic is 26,840. We recommend that we approve this insurance and catastrophic insurance in the amount of 313,840, excuse me. And so, the policy that if we would have stayed with the people that we were with would have run up $100,000. So this actually, yes, it's going up a little bit, but it saves us a lot of money in comparison to had we stayed with who we were with. Questions?
Then I will move that the board approves the athletic insurance and catastrophic insurance in the amount of $313,840 for the 2026-2027 academic year.
Trustee Good is absent. Trustee Howell.
Yes.
Trustee Rhodes is absent. Trustee Hueslick.
Yes.
Trustee Shearer.
Yes.
Trustee Brown. And Trustee Smith.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, next item, purchase and contract for services with Burnett, Art, and Bronze.
Yes, the Plaza project has a beautification component to it, which is a bronze grizzly statue that'll be in the center of the plaza. That project is going to be underwritten by the foundation, but it's going to be folded under the project, which is managed by the college, which is requiring approval on the contract with the artist. The contract is for $145,000, and again, it's the foundation will be underwriting that cost in full. Yeah, you should have a copy of the contract and then a copy of the art to the extent that we can get it to you.
I would move to approve the contract with Arnett, Art, and Bronze.
Second.
Trustee Good is absent. Trustee Howell.
Yes.
Trustee Rhodes is absent. Trustee Hueslick.
Yes.
Trustee Shearer.
Yes.
Trustee Brown.
Yes.
Trustee Smith.
Yes.
Thank you.
Next up is item G, retirement of Kathy Connor.
So Tiffany wasn't able to be here with us today, so she asked Mel and I to fill in for her and share a little bit about Kathy. So Kathy has been a valued and respected member of our team, and her contributions have made a lasting impact on our most valuable resource, which is our people. I've always referred to Kathy as our HR cheerleader. Throughout her career, she has exemplified professionalism, integrity, and a genuine passion for her work. Her knowledge, dependability, and willingness to do whatever it takes have earned her the admiration of colleagues and leadership alike. She is always raring to go, even in the earliest hours of the morning.
Beyond her accomplishments, Kathy will be remembered for her positivity, strong work ethic, and the relationships she built along the way. While we will greatly miss her, we're excited for Kathy as she begins this new chapter of her life. Retirement brings the opportunity for her to quilt, see her grandchildren, spend out time of this date with her mom, and maybe read a little Shakespeare. Who knows, retirement may also hold some baddie opportunities for her. If you know, you know. So please join us in thanking Kathy Connor for 20 years of outstanding service to Butler, Tiffany, and the HR team.
I will say that her retirement letter is a wonderful letter. I mean, a lot of people, it's, hey, I'm getting out of here. See you later. This was a really nice letter. So with that, I move that the Board of Trustees approve and accept the resignation notice and the retirement for Kathy Connor.
I'll reluctantly second that. I don't want anybody to leave that's good.
Well, yeah. Well, you can vote no.
Trustee Good is absent. Trustee Howell.
Yes.
Trustee Rhodes is absent. Trustee Hueslick.
Yes.
Trustee Shear.
Yes.
Trustee Brown.
Yes.
Trustee Smith.
Yes.
You know, that's what Mary Martha did with Shelley.
He's not here though.
Yeah, I know.
All right, consent agenda is up next.
I move that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Okay. Trustee Good is absent. Trustee Howell.
Yes.
Trustee Rhodes is absent. Trustee Hueslick.
Yeah.
Trustee Shear.
Yes.
Trustee Brown.
Yep.
Trustee Smith.
Yes. You guys are gonna
And
set a record.
Aiden already went through the
I
supplemental.
did have a couple questions for you on
I was
your
gonna say
part.
Shelby wasn't
Oh,
here.
okay.
Yeah.
I was just gonna point out the male and female percentages, 63-34, which is, did you talk about that already?
Did, yes.
Okay, that's kind of off of the average. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's kind of 55-45 on an average, but we're not average, so that's fine. On the expense, the full-time student, page 45, in the middle bottom right. What was the middle part of that where it's 78 million total expense? I remember the other day I'd seen a bigger number than our budget number, and I couldn't remember where it was or what that is exactly.
As in what contributed to the increase from the prior year?
Or just what? Well, our budgets say 56 million or whatever, but this says total expense are 78 million.
So part of this would include,
Is that not the operating budget, but the,
56 is the
Oh, we
operating budget, general, the technical.
Mhm.
The other would include, auxiliary, things like that.
this budget that we spend or don't spend? Is this just the budget we have allotted that we're allowed to spend that we don't, or are we spending?
this is actual expenses we reported to IFAs,
Okay.
and it includes all schedules.
And then you don't hear from me very often, but very good job on the fill ratio and the class sizes and the section percentages have all trended very, very well. And that's nice to see. So mark your calendars. I said something very nice. And the other question I had was,
5:05 PM.
yeah, I'll mark it in my notebook so we know where it is on YouTube. Shelby said something really nice. Uh-huh. YouTube person just read. On the page 47, on the local sources. It just shows actual 10 million and 5 million are coming in. Is that just, we haven't collected it yet because of June?
Yeah, we got it. You see that payment.
Okay. And does that go back into the bottom line somewhere when we do receive it? Because now it's just under the variance of under, but when we receive it, will it go back into actual and that'll increase our fund balances in the period? Okay. Right. That's all I have. Thank you. Sorry, I missed it.
And then our work session is the 29th, right?
Gonna remind you that the 29th will be the work session, and what I said earlier was that's when we should be presenting to you what we feel like the operating budget is gonna be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have any thank you note?
Nope,
It's all quiet in the summer.
Right?
except
So,
for the construction.
Yeah.
there a motion to adjourn?
That's what we do.
I move that we adjourn.
Trustee Good is absent. Trustee Howell.
Yes.
Trustee Rhodes is absent. Trustee Hueslick.
Yes.
Trustee Shearer.
Yes.
Trustee Brown.